Okay, the next video is going to be about stroke order language. Most children, when they're learning how to write, obviously don't know how to start their strokes to make the numbers. And what we find is that if a child can speak the stroke first, it really helps them to make the numbers properly and to not have to spend a lot of time thinking about the numbers. So we want to teach a stroke order language when we're making numbers. And here is how it goes. All right? So I'm going to position this directly above so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'll reposition my light here. First, this is a first run, so bear with me. Okay, so when we make the number 1, we want to say down. That's easy enough. Down, 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 down. Easy enough. When we make the number 2, we say over slash across. 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 Okay? You want them to try to say these sounds, or say the stroke order while they're writing the number. It assists them a lot. Okay, number 3. I like to say around and around. Some people say a hump and a hump. The important part is they're verbalizing the stroke order and that it's consistent. So if you choose different words, that's fine. Just make sure they verbalize the stroke and that it makes some logical sense. So here is the 3, and I like to say around and around. Around and around. 3. Around and around. Around and around. Around and around. Okay? And then with 4, we say down, across, down. 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 Don't worry about the half bar being in the middle. If you try to make too much more out of the language, it's just too much. So down, across, down. The mind is very efficient and it will not really have any problems with that. 5, the correct stroke on 5 is down, around, hat. That's what we say. Down, around, hat. Down, around, hat. Down, around, hat. Oops, can you see it? Down, around, hat. Down, around, hat. And we try to get them to coordinate the speaking with the writing of the number. With 6, we say down, around, touch. 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 Okay? With the 7s, we say across, slash, across, slash, across, slash, across, slash. Notice that we tried to make this the movement consistent between the 7 and the slash on the 2. Across, slash, across, slash. Okay? 8 is the one that the kids struggle with probably the most. And with 8, just like with 5, where you want the pencil to end in a forwardly direction, with 8, there's a couple of different ways to do it, but typically what we like to do is over, under, touch. Start with a dot, and then say over, under, touch. I'll usually write a dot for them as a starting place. Over, under, touch. And for the little ones, you might want to slow it down. Over, then under, then touch. And do it in 3 parts, and that seems to help them quite a bit. So make it starting dot, over, then under, then touch. One more, over, then under, then touch. Okay? With 9, you want to kind of make the same dot in the same place with the 8. And say, okay, now we're going to make the 9. Here's our starting dot, and I say around, touch, and drop. Or sometimes I say around, touch, and down. It doesn't matter, again, as long as you're consistent. Around, touch, and drop. And you want to emphasize the fact that you're touching the point. around, touch, and drop. Starting on the 9, around, touch, and drop. Starting on the 9, around, touch, and drop. Around, touch, and drop. Okay, so if you can get them to coordinate their speaking with their writing will actually come out a lot easier and will be a lot more secure and a lot neater. So there is the stroke order language video. Thanks, have a great day.